Welcome back to another deep dive into Node.js. Today we are tackling a critical part of Node.js, that is asynchronous programming. To solve an advanced problem efficiently, if you are working with APIs, file systems or database, you have likely hit a bottleneck at some point. Today we will learn how to solve that using async, await and promise.all. Also we will see streams in Node.js. So let's solve one problem. Imagine we are building a web scraper to collect data from multiple websites, and we want to download data from these sources, process them and store them either into a database parallelly, or we can use any file system to store data in files with Node.js. So we can see how we will do first. Without using parallel, we can just do sequential manner, and we will try to store, download and store into file, and then we will see how we can solve this problem using parallelly. So here I have already written code. You just need to create Node.js project, and then you have to install these dependency. So you can see you have to install axios and util. These two dependency you have to install, and then just create a file sequential download.js. Here what I have done is I have imported axios file system and then util, and then creating write async for the file. Here we have three URLs. One is to download post, another one is comments, and then to do. So if I'll just open this link, you can see we have these JSON file available. So we just download these things and store it in a file. So if you see here, we have written first fetch method where we will pass URL, and using axios it will return the data. This is our first method. Second is process and save data to file. So here we will pass data and file name. Using json.string file, we are just formatting it and then writing it in a file, and then we will say file is written to, data is written to the file successfully. And here we are calling self called method. It will execute automatically as soon as we will run the file. In this one you can see try, and then we are doing fetch and save data sequentially, one after another. We are just doing fetch URL first for the post, and then storing post data, then fetch comment, and then fetch to do. And by doing these things it will save all the data one by one to the separate file. This is the file name. So if I will run this file now, let me show you how we can do. We can just write node space and the file name, so sequential download.js, enter. So now you can see it created three files, and if I'll go here in the folder, we will see that we have these three files created: comment, post, and then to do. So if I'll just open any file, you will see that we have data is available, which is downloaded and stored in this file. But this thing happened sequentially. I have downloaded these files sequentially and stored one by one. But once we work with a large file system, then for that we need a system, we need a program to write in such a way that it can handle multiple files and it can run parallelly. So for that I have also written another program which will do parallel processing. It's similar to the sequential. Here you can see we have used axios, file system, utils, and then we have this URL. Now in fetch is also the same method. There is no change. We are just downloading and storing it. It's already async. Now we have process and save data. So in process and save data is also same. There is no change. The change that you will see here is inside this async try method. So in previous one we have seen that we have created fetch and then stored here parallelly, but in this parallel what we have done is we have all the URLs that we defined on top, that these URLs. So these URLs we are using, and using map we are passing one by one to this fetch data, and in this fetch data we are inputting URL. So one by one we will pass all the data, and then we are using await promise.all. so this promise.all will fetch all the data, fetch all the URLs at once using parallelly, and store these all in all data. Now the thing is how we will handle it. So to handle we are using again promise.all process and save. Here we are saying data all data 0 for the post, 1 for comment, another for to do. So by doing this line it will fetch all data parallelly, and here we are also using promise.all. It will store data also parallelly in 3 different files. So let's try to run it and we'll see. So we can say node, and then we are saying parallel download, enter. So parallelly it downloaded and executed files. So if I'll go here again, you can see we have comment, post and to do. Data will also be there. So this way it will automatically download and store parallelly. So 3 different processes will be started and it fetch all this. So once you will work with large file system, you will drastically see the performance change. Now here also we have one problem. One problem is whenever we are doing url.map fetch all, we are storing all the data from the different site in our memory, and then we are processing, which is also not scalable. So if we have more data, then in that case this one will not work properly, right? So what will happen if we had much larger file or data set like image, videos, right? Loading everything into memory at once could crash our system. In this case we will use stream. So Node.js stream, here I have already written just to save time. So Node.js stream allow you to process data chunk by chunk, meaning you don't have to hold entire data in memory, but what we can do, we can use chunk and store data and then we will retrieve it. So in this one, if you see, we have created here download file. So in this download file we are passing URL and output path where we wanted to save this data, and then using axios we are using get method URL, but if you see response type is stream, that means now axios will not return all the data in one go, but it will send in a stream manner. And then we are using response.data.pipe and writer. This is the writer, so it will write data directly to the file. And here we are saying that promise return on finish, resolve, on error, reject. So this way we are just doing download. In previous one we have used 2 different things. One is fetch and another one is to process and store data. But now in this case what we are doing, we have only one method download file, and which is using create a write stream, as well as we are using axios stream file system. So in this way we will get all the data together, and then in this promise.all we are using download file 3 times. If you have used loop you can use that, and then in this way also you will get all those things. So now we have passed URL, here we have a stream post, and then it will run and give you all the data using a stream, but it is also parallel. So now it's not holding data in memory, but it's giving us, returning us data in chunk by chunk. So let's run it. I'll say node parallel stream download, enter. So file download successful. We can go here and check. So you can see comment, post, and then to do. If you see size, it's the same. And if you feel right, this has done in a few seconds, right? Too quickly. So whenever you work with Node.js stream or multiple processing the things, I would suggest always use a stream, and then you can also use Promise.All to hold and run all parallelly. So this is how you can tackle the big problem, right? Asynchronous programming and streams are essential in Node.js for building a scalable and efficient application. Whether you are fetching data, processing files, or interacting with database, these techniques will help you to avoid common pitfalls like blocking the event loop or running out of memory. So use Promise.All to run multiple tasks parallelly. Use async and await for cleaner and more readable asynchronous code. And then streams are your best friend when handling large data size. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe for more Node.js tutorial and advanced problem solving techniques. And if you have any question, drop in the comment below. See you in the next time. Thank you so much.